Hello, Leos. Welcome to your July 2025 Love Tarot reading. Welcome back to the channel. We're going to be getting into it right away. First, I'm going to be pulling some oracle cards just to grab the overall theme and energy, and then we'll be diving deep with tarot. Just a quick reminder to please take what resonates and leave the rest. This is a general reading, so not all messages may be for you. And also feel free to swap the roles. I'm simply reading energies, so I could be talking about you or your person. But enough of me talking, Leo. Let's dive into it and see what comes out for the overall theme and energy. Hold your vision, fixed moon. So maybe for some of you, and this is not necessary, but maybe, hey, Leo is a fixed sign, but you could have a fixed moon. So that is Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio, or Taurus. Now that is not necessary, like I said, but I feel this card is really saying that, you are holding your vision on something. You are staying strong about something. It's like holding the line. This is going to be interesting. This is going to be an interesting reading, Leo. It usually is when I pull that card. Let's pull another card. Another oracle card for my Leos for this month. What is coming up for my Leo collective for those who find this message? Dead end. Are you walking away from something, Leo? I feel like there is something that you really want here. And this is saying to hold that vision. You know what it is that you want. Don't let anything or anyone convince you otherwise. There's something here. I'm just getting the sense of something is done with. And it doesn't mean that there's a connection that is over with or something like that, or some sort of ending. But I feel like something did have to end, or something needs to be revised, or something needs to shift or change. And you know what that is. And holding your vision is what is going to allow some sort of change or transformation, or to get out of this dead end, or whatever the situation that feels stuck, Leo. There's some sort of situation that feels stuck is what I'm getting. Let's grab the tarot and see what is going on. I am so interested what is going to come out now. So we are going to be taking a look at the current situation, the block as well, the past and what has led up to the current situation, your person's energy, your energy, and then the overall outcome or short-term future. We'll see what comes up though. Spirit, please bring in clarity and guidance for the Leo collective, for those that find this love tarot reading. Please make it clear. 3 of Wands in the reverse. So there is some sort of delay that is occurring right now. Something like the ball isn't moving. The Hermit in the reverse, we have Virgo energy here. So maybe for some of you, you have Virgo in your chart. Maybe your person does, but that is not necessary. There is this energy of like wanting to get out of this hermit mode. Someone could be really in their head, really analyzing something here, but externally, nothing is really moving forward, at least not yet. In the past, there was some sort of defeat. Ego could have been at play here. Strength, upright, showing up in your person's energy. So maybe the person that you're connecting with has Leo in their chart, but that is not necessary. You are showing up as the Page of Wands. Do you have a message to send, Leo? Do you have something to say about something? There's some sort of creative energy. Seven of Wands in the reverse for the outcome. So here's the thing. I'm sure some of you are like, why are there all these reversals? I don't like reversals. But the thing is, I mean, I don't see them as good or bad. They are just what they are. And honestly, for some reversals, I'd rather see them in the reverse, right? And these reversals that I'm seeing here, and keep in mind, your person's energy is upright and so is yours. But the past, the present, the block, I mean, there's blocked energy here. And this makes so much sense with this dead end. So this is so much confirmation. Because if you look at these two cards, does this signify any sort of movement? No. But there's a lot of internal things that are going on, right? Holding something, holding a vision and dead end. So this is like, patience is required here, but there could be some sort of movement here. We'll have to see. So let's get into it. You know, what I'm going to do here, Leo, is I'm going to pull all of the cards at once, all of the clarifiers and so forth, and then we're going to dive deep. As a reader, it is just easier for me to see everything, you know, all at once so that I can just see how everything pieces together instead of going back and forth. It just makes things so much more fluid. I used to do this earlier in my readings, and if you have been watching my videos for a while, if you are a subscriber, let me know what you prefer. If you prefer me to just pull all of the cards at once, or if you prefer that I go, you know, one by one. But yeah, I'm going to get all of the cards out and then we will dive deep. All right, Leo, let's get into this. So, as you saw, I did draw all of the cards on camera. However, I did turn them over just so that the table does not get too overwhelming for you or me. But I do draw a lot of cards. I ask questions. I pull oracle cards as well. So, we don't want that all over the place. But anyway, let's get into it. We're going to be starting with the past. Now, for some of you, this may be the more recent past. For others of you, this may be like farther out. Okay, take whatever resonates. But what I am getting here, well, for the oracle cards, we pulled grief and pause. So I do feel like there was a situation that felt like a bit of a defeat with the Six of Wands in the reverse. This was the main card. And I also feel like, I mean, someone didn't get what they wanted. Their ego could have even been a bit hurt here. But the Two of Swords in the reverse is telling me that there was also some sort of clarity that came in, or some sort of decision that could be made. Now, someone here could have Earth in their chart. That is Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, but that is not necessary. But I feel as though it's like, was someone rejected here? I feel like through some sort of defeat, it became more clear, or like clearer what someone needs or wants, or what their ultimate wish fulfillment is. There was some sort of pause. Something happened here. Tell me specifically about this Six of Wands in the reverse, please, Spirit. Two of Cups. So there was a sense of defeat and some sort of connection. It didn't go where someone wanted. Maybe there are two people here who wanted different things. There wasn't success. Tell me more about the Two of Swords in the reverse. Was someone not putting in effort here? Eight of Pentacles in the reverse is lack of mastery, not putting in the work. Something was put on pause here because a connection did not go the way that someone or both people planned. I feel like it could have been through an interaction where maybe someone's ego got hurt, someone's feelings got hurt. Because I feel like someone wanted to bring in some sort of happiness. I feel maybe was there like a lack of understanding here about what someone really wanted in this connection? I'm going to use a different deck here. I'm just curious. I want to get as much information as possible. I really love diving deep with you all. I don't pull these in the reverse, by the way. Confusion, exactly. Confusion. Uncertain, unclear, unsure. Spying, social network, information, ways. Hoping. Withdrawn, single, lonely, solitary. There was some sort of pause. Maybe for some of you there was a breakup here, but ultimately I feel like there was confusion around what someone wanted, and it became clear to the other person. And I definitely feel like someone was keeping their eye out, or maybe even still is, on someone. There could have been some sort of social media action here. But ultimately, I feel like there are expectations, and I'm going to say that not only because of this hoping card, which says expecting, faith, and manifesting, but this Three of Wands in the reverse. I mean, this card in general is about expectations. And they're not coming in because it's in the reverse, which we'll get into this pile in a second. But yeah, I feel like someone felt let down here. Someone may have resorted to kind of, keeping their eye on someone online because they were confused about something and maybe hoping that something would be revealed. But it felt like something flopped here. And again, it didn't feel good. And there was a pause, and there still may be a pause. But the experience brought in some clarity about what someone may truly want. Like I feel like there was some sort of misalignment or not really knowing what the other person wanted. And getting on the same page, and this is just for some of you, but you're seeing someone and you don't have that talk about what you two want, and then it's revealed because there was something that was avoided previously. Now that's just for some of you. Take what resonates. Let's get into the current situation here. So we have devotion and communication as the two main oracle cards. I do like this. So there is some sort of communication that is occurring, but ultimately there's some sort of delay that's going on here. Okay. The ball isn't rolling. And the Tower in the reverse, the Hierophant, we have some Taurus energy here, some uh, air energy, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. But again, that's not necessary. You don't have to have that in your chart. Your person doesn't. But it's like this, like being careful. I feel like this, someone really wanting to talk, someone showing up, maybe acting in a devoted way or desiring to or wanting to show devotion. Some, I do feel like someone wants to talk. But is it too soon? Does someone not want to rock the boat here? There could have been a breakup. There could have been a separation in the past, because we do have this pause card here, and the Hierophant in the reverse can indicate some sort of breakup. Maybe for some of you there was some sort of divorce, take what resonates. But ultimately the Hierophant in the reverse, it's a bit of a rebellious energy, and it's also, it's going against the norms, but the Hierophant is also about values and belief systems. And when it's in the reverse, is there something clashing here? And this goes back to what I said before about what someone wants. Or there's something that's clashing here, because there's confusion. In the past, there could have been a connection that was carried, and not the whole thing, but an instance where someone came in out of like ego in some way, shape, or form. I don't know why I got that. That's just for some of you. But the King of Swords, I mean, he is someone that is going to look at the facts, no emotions. It's not even a knight. It's not even a page. The King of Swords is someone who knows how to just look at the facts, and it is what it is. It can come off a bit cold, a bit detached, but it's about information. It is what it is type energy. But it also brings clarity. So there could be some long drawn out communication here, trying to not rock the boat for some. But, I want to know more specifically about this Three of Wands in the reverse. Okay, so Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. So missed opportunity potentially. Delays, like I said. It could have felt like a false start in a way. Tell me about this communication card. What is this? Eight of Cups. The Lovers in the reverse. So someone could want to communicate. So Eight of Cups, and then the Lovers in reverse, Gemini energy. Someone walked away here. There was a disconnect, disharmony, breakup, blocked communication in some way, shape, or form. I feel like the devotion, it's really making me feel like there's this desire. Because look, this kind of reminds me of this Ace of Pentacles when it's upright. So like desiring to want to bring something in, but now I'm really feeling like it's delayed because someone maybe doesn't want to rock the boat, or they're feeling like it's not the right time, or they don't want a false start. There could be clarity about some sort of foolish behavior here as well. But there's a delay in something coming in because it may feel like a missed opportunity, or it's not the right time. And coming in too soon could potentially cause a tower moment and for things to unravel even more. So, I feel like that's what's going on. Now, the thing is both you and your person, at least from what I saw, it does look like there's active energy on each of your ends, even though something in this present moment or whatever is coming in for you, there's not much going on the surface at the time. but we'll see, you know, in the future here. But yeah, someone walked away from something because something didn't feel in alignment or there was disharmony. But still, someone does want to talk. Someone does want to talk. Let's pull a few oracle cards here, and we'll get into the block. Foundation, established family security. Influences, attachment, third-party peers. Possibilities, adventure. Free-spirited adventure risks. Tell me more about influences. Bluff. Possibility. Wow. So we have family also at the bottom of the deck. Maybe do you have a family with this person or a child? That's obviously not necessary. But foundations, this very much reminds me of the Hierophant card as well. There is a foundation that you have with this person. It doesn't matter how long you've known them for. Maybe you live together or did. But this connection runs deep. There is some attachment, this devotion, devoted again. There is devotion here. But there's some sort of influence here. And this, maybe it's someone's family, friends, person, place, thing, concept, idea. Someone could think that another person has already moved on. But yeah, there's some conflict here about decisions, about coming forward. Different ways that this could go. Because I feel like someone does not want a tower moment. Something happened in the past, and I feel like it's like this creation of space. But there's still hope here. This optimism. Was there someone who was dishonest or thought someone was dishonest here? Let me know in the comments. But this connection is deep. Now for the block here. The Hermit in the reverse, 8 of Wands, upright, Ace of Swords in reverse. Everything is screaming lack of clarity, confusion, union, tribe. You know, this person could be, I mean, there could be someone here who is, and this is just for some of you, okay? And I'm not seeing like a third party romantic situation here, but it could be some sort of influence here that has influenced someone to kind of not come forward yet. There could be someone here who's more so focused on friends, family, things like that. But ultimately, more so what I'm getting with these cards is that no matter how much someone tries to overthink something, it doesn't matter. There's a lack of clarity, lack of understanding. There's confusion. And not speaking up. And so this union is blocked. Running, ghosting, disappearing, invisible. Escaping, avoiding, blocking, pushing away. Emotional storm, turmoil. Wow. Someone's ego got hurt in the past. Whatever happened here, please let me know in the comments. Did someone run to someone else? Did someone, you know, I'm getting that like the people around this person, whoever ran away, maybe they're just like justifying it and influencing them. Yes, someone ran away here. They escaped. escapism is the word I'm getting. Some sort of emotional storm, or wanting to prevent some sort of emotional storm. I feel like there were fears even coming up, but ultimately there's a lack of clarity. And so this is the block. It's like someone just ran away. And so therefore there's this lack of opportunity to come together. Despite someone wanting to deep down, and there still is this devotion. I wouldn't be surprised if this person kind of ran away here, but they're still like keeping their eye out on you on social media, or it could be that one person is trying to figure out what happened and they're kind of spying or looking at the social media, or just like in general at the person who ran away, like, what happened here. But yeah, someone ran away. It's like they haven't been ready to come forward. But there's still some conflict there going back and forth. But it could be that someone ran away, and then these influences are like reinforcing that behavior. And I wouldn't even be surprised if this person wasn't even telling their friends or family the right story. Or not the right story, like the full story, rather. I don't know why I said the right story. Maybe there's different stories. But let's get into this person's energy. So the main oracles I got was Crossroads and Guide. So this person is at a decision point, okay? They need to pick a path. And I feel like they are looking within here a little bit. There's fire energy here. There's water energy. We got some air, but the only major arcana we have strength is Leo. Okay. And I want to jump to you up here. And remember, feel free to swap the roles, but I like to look at these together because it's a bit of a dialogue. But the Page of Wands upright, Queen of Cups upright, 10 of Wands in the reverse, Queen of Swords, and 10 of Cups in the reverse. You may want to speak up here. You may want to say something. You may have been reflecting. I do feel like there is a mature energy with through this emotional reflection, intuition, because the Queen of Cups has it together emotionally. She's able to work through whatever needs to be worked through emotionally. She's very kind, she's giving, she's understanding, she's easy to talk to. She's like a counselor in a sense. She is emotionally warm, empathetic, emotionally intelligent. There may be desire on your end, or maybe you do send out a message because maybe you want to put something down here. There may have been something on your heart, on your mind, stress, some sort of burden that you've been reflecting on that you feel like you need to put down. Or maybe it was put down already when someone ran away. But logically here, Queen of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, this could be something factual or straightforward about lack of harmony, unhappiness, something that occurred here between the two of you. Reinvention, divine masculine, fear. Maybe this is the divine masculine up here. So remember, I feel like for half of you, you're up here. For the other, you're down here. I just feel it because I feel very split here in the energies. But there's some fear. I want to know. Let's pull a few more here, and then we're going to go back down to this person. For now, just because I really feel like there's a split here, I'm just going to say this person and this person down here. This person and that person. Or if I get more clarity, I'll let you know, but pride. Okay. Second chance. Memories. So someone is really thinking about you here, or you're thinking about them. But someone's being stubborn. Pride is in the way. And someone does want to reconcile. I feel like someone is really thinking about the past, reminiscing. There's this bittersweet energy. I'm dying to know here more about this Page of Wands. Three of Swords upright. So someone wants to speak up about some sort of pain, grief, something, the grief possibly that happened back here. Empress in the reverse. Lack of growth. There was a lack of growth, lack of abundance. Something didn't go somewhere. Whenever I see the Page of Pentacles, it's the energy of, what am I committing to? What am I focused on? Because the Page of Pentacles is someone who is, dependable. They're a student because they're just a page, but you can count on them to show up. This person may have not been dependable or showing up in a way that really nourished the connection. There's a lack of growth here. And so I feel like this person, they may want to speak up about this, whoever it is up here. Reinvention. Is this someone who wants a second chance, who wants to reinvent something? Tell me more. This reinvention, self-worth. New direction. Patience. Please let me know if this is making sense for you, but there could have been cycles here with this person, but that is not necessary. But I feel as though there is someone up here. It's like both people I do feel like want to talk to each other. It may not be for the same reasons. I'm not quite sure yet. But what I can say is that I feel like there is a desire for a second chance. There could be regret here or some sort of pain. But I feel like this person is worried about the other person moving on. This person up here may be working on themselves. Something about the springtime. Something could manifest then. Maybe for some of you, the springtime was significant. Maybe for some of you, you have spring birthdays. You may not be a Leo sun. Maybe your person does. But I feel like there's someone here who they're going through some sort of reinvention. Self-worth, patience. I do feel like there's this energy, okay? It's like stepping into this divine masculine energy. And if you are not the divine masculine, I mean, take what, resonates here, but stepping into this initiative energy towards self-growth, because this is what I'm getting from this spring card. is there two people, could it be that there's two people that are apart right now, and like someone, ran away, and for some of you, it's like this assumption or plan to come back together at some point, or to talk, or it's like both sides know that there's at least one more conversation to be had. Even if that's the end. But whether there are many more conversations or one more last conversation, that's not happening. There's that stalling. Because things are going to come up during that conversation about the way forward. And while I feel like there's one or two people who are taking the time to go through some sort of reinvention and really, it's like learning about self-worth and like being patient, working on themselves, there's signs and potentially fears that during this period of separation, that one person's going to remain devoted and then the other person is just going in a new direction. There's fears of someone moving on for good. Someone may feel like they see the signs of that, or they're afraid of that. There's someone who could go through cycles of missing you. It's like every couple evenings throughout the month, they're like totally in their head about you, or this could be vice versa. But I'm also feeling that someone here is, someone, like I said, was let down in the past, and I don't feel like there is full belief that the other person may change. There may be a desire to go into a new direction together to stop cycles. I don't know if you heard that. My dog just freaked out, so maybe that's a sign for some of you. He just ran to the door, so maybe there's something incoming for you, whether that's a message or someone showing up. Yeah, going in a new direction to stop some sort of cycles from the past. I feel like this person down here is at a crossroads. This could be your person. This person down here, I feel like they're trying to figure out which way to go. They're finding strength within. But the Queen of Wands in the reverse, the Knight of Cups in the reverse, this Knight of Swords in the reverse, it's really this energy that, they may be showing up strong, but there's a lot of inner turmoil. They may not be feeling confident. Their emotions may be a bit all over the place. And those emotions and even past things, coming up here, or I'm getting, maybe there's some anger. All it's doing for this person is making them go around and round and round in circles, like they can't find clarity. And they're stuck at a crossroads. Tell me more. Barrier. Forgiveness. Pride and ego. I'm telling you, like, come on, guys. Pride, ego, arrogance, stubborn, pride and ego. Like, you both are pulling the pride and ego card, which tells me a lot, and this is why I use two different decks. There's a barrier, like, there's a standstill. Someone has to make a decision. There's pride and ego. Ultimately, I feel like someone wants wants forgiveness or wants to forgive another person. Someone may want to settle down, but stuck energy at the bottom of the deck. This is, yeah, this is, emotions are all over the place. Fantasy, daydreaming, imagining, fantasize, heart fog, mixed signals, blocked emotions, messed up, cursed, hex, witchcraft, negative mind, withdrawn, resentment, anger, hurtful words. Like I said, with that Queen of Wands in the reverse, I was very much getting that. Okay, I might need to mute here for a second because my dog has this toy. I will be right back. All right, sorry about that. Let's get back into this. So before we move on to the incoming energies here, just a very quick recap. I know I was picking up a lot of energies and kind of going back and forth. So in the past, something significant happened that triggered the ego. Okay, something didn't work out. If something felt unsuccessful, something felt like a potential defeat, okay? Whether it was just for one person, maybe it was for both people. In the end, the truth came out about something, that someone either wasn't on the same page or someone wanted something different. And this ultimately led to some sort of separation, whatever that means in your situation, whether it was just discontinuing communication at the time. For others, maybe a breakup, maybe a divorce. It really depends on your situation. But someone could have acted, like I said, out of ego or despite emotional harmony. I mean, at one point, because it was clearly there with the Two of Cups upright, again, something wasn't successful and it didn't go the way as expected, okay? Now I feel like there's someone who does want to express themselves and come in, okay, to speak from a place of pain, honesty, and I'm sensing that deep down there's still a sense of devotion, and they may be longing to, I don't know why I got the word longing specifically, but wanting to get something off their chest about how things didn't work out in the way that they had hoped, or expectations or something like that. Like feeling like they have to put something down, you know, something that they've been thinking about, something that they've been reflecting on. And some of you may hear from this person. Others of you may not yet. Either way, pride plays a big role here, okay? I am sensing that this person is still very much caught up in the memories of the past, even yearning for a second chance, thinking about it. And they are afraid that you, or maybe you are afraid that they, depending on which person you are, but this person here is afraid that this person down here is going to move on. Yet at the same time, this person up here is unsure if you two could actually align, if it could actually work, or if the same patterns would just essentially repeat. And if communication does happen, I do feel like it will be limited. It's not going to be much. And for others of you, the person that wants to communicate is just kind of like sitting on that for now. They're not actually speaking up here, which we'll get into that in a second. But if they do speak up, I don't feel like they're going to be revealing the full depth of their emotions because of this pride and ego that's like holding them back. But that's what I'm getting so far. But it may be enough to just get that off their chest. And I feel that This person down here, they're mentally looping, confused, standing at a crossroads like we saw. And there may be this desire to be forgiven or to forgive, but it's tangled up in this bitterness, in anger, uncertainty I'm getting. And even if they appear composed on the outside, because we do have the strength upright card here, okay? Even if they appear good externally, whether that's to what you know, to other people, internally there's a lot of emotional chaos and their guard is up, because remember, we pulled running, escaping, emotional turmoil. And I'm very much sensing it's this person down here. I'm getting that. And this person may have also involved a third party situation or some sort of external influence. It doesn't need to be like a romantic partner, but person, place, thing, concept, idea. It can really be anything, okay? Because I'm not really seeing any third party people cards, unless it's like friends or family, or something that was like, let me know below, but I didn't see it, okay? But person, place, thing, concept, idea, whatever this is, some sort of potential interference. And like I said, yes, someone ran away, emotionally or literally. Escapism played a role, and I feel like it left behind a storm of unresolved emotion and inner conflict ultimately. And I feel like this is why this oracle card, Hold Your Vision, is showing up here. Okay? Is these energies are really speaking to the need for patience and even resilience. Like right now, if it feels like you're stuck in some sort of uncomfortable in between, both people feel this way, okay? Like things aren't fully ended, but they're not moving forward. There's a lot of uncertainty, a lot of what ifs. Like the path ahead is not clear, and that can feel painful, uncomfortable, confusing at times. But the message here is to really stay grounded in your truth, and just because something feels like a dead end, it doesn't mean that it's the final word. It may simply be directing you or forcing you to pause and reflect before whatever comes next. And I do feel that in a way, because Tower in the reverse, it's like there's delays, like someone wants to prevent some sort of tower moment, whether it's the person that's not reaching out or the person that's not responding. Because if someone reaches out, there's a chance that the other person may not respond. That's just a chance though. So for the incoming energies, offer and contemplation for the oracle cards. So we've got 7 of Wands in the reverse, Queen of Pentacles, Page of Cups in the reverse, and the 10 of Swords. We've got Earth energy, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, and water energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. But things feel like they are on shaky grounds. But there is this element of nurturing and so forth that's showing up here. But there's an immature energy. Someone may not be connected to their intuition, to their emotions, and there's something painful. This is either someone is thinking about accepting an offer, or someone is thinking about offering something. And the reason why I feel like this could be about someone thinking about offering something is because I pulled offer first and then contemplation, and it's like the offer has not been seen yet. It would have felt differently if it was like this. So, take what resonates. Maybe for some of you, some sort of offer was communicated here, right? or vice versa, but I'm just feeling like someone is feeling like they're on shaky grounds and they're trying to nurture a situation as best as possible. But there's still this immaturity and there's something very painful. And it's like this person may feel like they have to say something or speak up or yeah. So King of Wands upright, this it's like there could be some fire energy here. I feel like it's this person down here. They could be responding, or if this person up here didn't reach out yet, it could be that this person down here ends up making the first move, because it's like you both are being drawn back into a situation, but it's like, no, wait, not yet. Something about preventing a tower moment. Possibly needing space or just more time. Someone wants to nurture the past here. Yeah, someone is... I feel like someone knows that they're on shaky grounds. They're still going to take action here because they want to nurture something related to the past. This is about the past, okay? And I feel like this person may show up in a way that's a bit emotionally immature, like they may not get their emotions across like best. But ultimately, however messy that may come up, what's going to be exposed and revealed is that they're not happy. It may show a lack of confidence in approaching the situation. But it's also going to reveal pain and difficulty. Possibly that they made, a bad decision or a bad judgment call, and wanting to release something emotionally or open up about something so that they can get out of their head. It's like this is the energy of wanting to confront something. Tell me more. Family, fertility, parenthood, pregnancy. Is someone maybe pregnant here? Hopeless, sinking despair. Or this could just be about maybe starting a family. Maybe this is your family, but this could just be about that bond, Sorrow. Yeah, so more about. Wow. Yeah. My apology. What is this mystery? This is a lot. Yeah, solitude. I mean, it's like, should I stay or should I go? I do feel maybe family, like maybe, but this could also be about growth too. Again, there could be some sort of family dynamic here, but again, not necessary. But forgiveness, return. Sorry, I feel like someone wants to apologize, and this could be about holding on, obsessing, spying on something, something like someone holding on to something, concealing mysteries, or maybe you are clinging on to something. But I'm just getting, maybe if someone here was falsely accused of something. I don't know why I'm getting that. I mean, the cards show it, but alternatively, if someone did do something wrong here, especially like in the past, if something happened, this person may want to come in and apologize for that. Like they can't let go of it. It may be very much like deep on their mind. It's like they just want to get something out in the open, or there's some sort of guilt. hopelessness, pain. I mean, yeah, I feel like someone is, again, either thinking about offering something or thinking about accepting an offer. It's going to go either way here. You know who you are. It's like, should I go towards this, or should I not? Should I just release this? But ultimately, it's like someone wants to return, someone wants to apologize. Here's this another forgiveness card. It's like they can't let go. They're in their head. They're just, it's like this sense of spiraling and longing, and it's eating away at them in a way. And if this could be the person that ran away, the escapism, because that's the energy that I'm getting from. I feel like it's this person down here. But either way, there's contemplation here. Or something could come in, and it could also be like, hey, what should we do about this? Should we have to release the situation? Are we moving forward together, or are we moving and just going in our separate ways? Going our separate ways. But it's like someone's finally breaking the silence. I might even call this video that, whether that's reaching out or responding, but it's just, things are coming together here, and it's like, if this needs to be addressed regardless of like which way this ends up going, the conversation needs to start somewhere, and I feel like that's been what has been avoided. But there's a lot here linked to the past. Someone ran away. There was a lot of avoidance. And it needs to be addressed, and it should be. So that's what I'm getting. But what I want to do here is I want to pull some cards for the advice. So let's get some advice for this situation. Know your worth in the reverse. Surrender. Ego. Tell me more about know your worth in the reverse. Quality time. Forgiveness. This is like a third forgiveness card. Ego clarified by shattered in the reverse. So what I'm really getting here, know your worth in the reverse and quality time in the reverse. I feel like this is saying to rebuild your foundation by remembering your value, okay? When know your worth is reversed, this is telling me that you've been placing, I feel like, others' needs, time, opinions above your own, possibly neglecting your own standards to an extent. And maybe this is not now, maybe it was in the past. And maybe this is a message for someone else, but with the quality time in the reverse, this is also saying that you may have been in a situation where you have felt overlooked, neglected, or like you're not a priority. And instead of continuing to invest energy where it's not being reciprocated, shift your focus inward, okay? Spend meaningful time with yourself, reconnect with your core values, desires, worth, And if someone can't meet you there, then they aren't meant to be there to hold that space, right? And with surrender and forgiveness upright, I feel like this pair is really encouraging deep emotional release. For some of you, you may not have closures, you may not have answers, or even a sense that things are fair, but you're being guided to surrender control over the outcome, especially if you have felt like you've been waiting on this person, or things just didn't work out, or this person didn't respond, or in the past things didn't go according to plan. For some of you, you may still be hanging on to that. And there's a need to release grudges, shame, anger, whatever that you're holding on to, especially if it's rooted in some sort of like unmet expectation, okay? Because forgiveness, it's not about excusing someone. It's about freeing you from the weight. Don't feel like you need to rush that process though. Okay, let it unfold at your pace, but allow softness in where you've been carrying this hardness, this bitterness, whatever it is that you need to let go of. Fill that with light, okay? With ego and shattered in the reverse, as I've been saying, someone's pride or self-image took a major hit. There may be some resistance to admitting hurt, or someone is trying to hold it together. Again, this could be your person, but there could be someone here, regardless, trying to hold it together instead of facing emotional reality. And regardless of who you are in this reading, the advice is to be radically honest with yourself and with others. And it's about being honest about what broke and why and where things are at now and the reality of the situation, not the potential or justifications or maybe it was this, maybe it was that, but just in this moment, why this is the current situation. Okay. And this is for those just simply understanding what role they played in the situation or what role they didn't play. For some of you, you could be blaming yourself when that is not yours to carry. At the same time, this could also be about recognizing defense mechanisms like avoidance, coldness. Maybe this is a message for the other person. It seems like two people need to choose vulnerability in the moment to come together and have this conversation, regardless of what comes after. And ultimately, that way forward and that healing begins when the mask comes off. And I'm sensing too that in this moment, you're at a place where the past is asking to be integrated, not repeated. And if you're feeling stuck, it's because something needs to be released. So something new, whether it's clarity, peace, love, whatever it is, can arrive. And you need to remember to anchor yourself in your self-worth. Choose softness over ego. And also create space for the kind of connection that you actually want. Okay? Let any sort of discomfort lead you back to yourself. And, through these experiences, we learn more about what it is that we want and what we need, as well as what we don't want and what we don't need, and even won't accept. And that's where a major shift can begin. Okay? That's what I'm really getting. Leo, if this resonated for you, please, please, please let me know down below. And I do read all my comments. I would love to hear from you. This was a bit of a tricky reading for me. To me, it makes a lot of sense. Like I can definitely easily feel out this energy. But I'm wondering, who is who. So please let me know down below, because I'm very curious. Let me know your sun, moon, rising, Venus. Let me know your persons if you know it. Let me know how this is playing out in your life. But yeah, that's what I'm getting so far. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Your support means more to me than you will ever know. I just recently came back to YouTube, so any sort of interaction with this video, your support, all of that, it matters. It means so much to me. But yeah, that is what I have for you for now. Thank you so much, Leos. I love you all, and I will see you next time. Bye.